Strategist. I am so excited. I wanted to pop on here today and teach very simply how to work only with your ideal client. How to work only with your ideal client. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always stay connected to me at Mia Redrick. Hey Kim at MiaRedrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the mom strategist over there. Today I'm going to be teaching very simply on how to only work with your ideal client. I've got, let me see here, 10 different strategies that I'm going to share with you that I know flat works. Everything I'm going to share with you is what I've done personally. Hey there, I see a lot of my clients on here tonight. I'm so excited. You guys are going to love this. This is going to go inside of Scope School also. There is no replay. Hey there, darling. Good to see you, Kim. There's no replay for the scope. So a lot of my scopes, I do offer replay, but this is going to go inside of Scope School. Hey there, darling. Good to see you. And so I just want to let you guys know that there is not going to be a replay. All right. So tonight I'm going to be teaching how simply to work with your ideal client. Now, this is really important because, you know, maybe you've got great products already, great services already, but you're like, if I could just work with the right people, everything else in your business would change. Your profitability, likely your stress level, likely the referrals that you get as a result of working with the right people, you know, likely the results that you can create, you know, because you're working with the right people. I know that it's a game changer, and that was true for me as well. Hey there, darling. So let me introduce myself for those of you who are new to my scopes. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I'm a business coach. I got started my business over 10 years ago, and I decided I wanted to go to work as myself, which meant that I simply wanted to combine my background as a corporate trainer in my own business. And I wanted to take my soft skills in motherhood and somehow marry these two things that I was really good at, right? Like, you know, being a mom with great systems for work-life balance. And at the same time, I was really great at taking, you know, building curriculum, training and development. I wanted to build a company around those things that I had done in corporate America. I didn't know how to get started in my business. I didn't know how to create a product, the product of me. And so the very first thing that I did was I went to the Small Business Resource Center in my town. And I was told by the director of the Small Business Resource Center that my idea, mom coaching, did not make any sense and that I should actually go back to work in corporate America or start a training company. And I'm so grateful that I didn't listen and I kept looking for someone that could help me, that could support me in figuring out how to start a business, right? And like, maybe you can relate to this. You're thinking about what you do professionally. My eyelash looks so weird right now and I don't understand why. Is it looking weird to you guys too? Like, I don't understand it. Is that looking weird to you guys too? I don't even understand it. So, but in any event, so I kept looking for someone that could help me. I ended up bumping into an amazing coach. Her name was Terry Levine. The audio, is it? What is that? Kim, you know what? Periscope's been a little wonky. So let's see. Let me try to figure that out. All right, let's see. Is that better? Is this better? Is this better, Kim? Can you hear me better? Is the audio okay? Is fine on your end? Okay. You know what? Last night was kind of crazy too. So like I touched the screen last night and everything went black. So sometimes, you know, sometimes there are things that happen. All right. So I ended up bumping into a coach. And maybe she bumped into me. It was divine. And one of the things that was amazing was the way she generated her income was passively from the comfort of her home, or she would go to Mexico November, December, January, and February and run her business. And what I loved about it was I had never met an entrepreneur that was a full-time entrepreneur. And in the sense that they had freedom. And I wanted that for myself my own way. And I decided that I would work with her. Her name's Terry Levine. And at the time, she was the second most profitable coach in the country. And I just started to learn from her, learn what coaching was. And soon I built my own coaching business and practice. And that's literally how I got started in my business. I didn't know. I just want to be honest with you guys. I didn't I didn't intend to start a coaching business or anything like that. And so for those of you out here who are trying to figure out how to take what you're doing, how to take your background, your gifts, your talent, and package it and go to work as yourself, maybe you just need a model of what it looks like. That was me. And so fast forward, as a result of learning how to build a coaching business with my skills, I have had the opportunity to coach thousands of women literally all around the world doing what I absolutely love to do. And it's been a tremendous gift for me to do what I get to do. And I work with giants. I always say I work with giants. They're smart women. They're sharp. They believe in self-investment. They believe in God. They're action takers. They're implementers. They're about getting it done. And they're my ideal client. And so if this is you, you're going to love what I'm going to talk about tonight, because I am literally going to be teaching tonight how to find your ideal client, how to find your ideal client. And it's something that a lot of times we don't know a lot about. A lot of times when you get started in your business, you don't know where to go to find your clients. Most often we are just focusing on building the business. Did you get certified as a coach? No, I didn't. And in fact, that's such a great question, because my coach ran a coaching school, very successful coaching school. She's trained tens of thousands of people. And she recommended for me, in my case, for me not to go through her coaching school because I built my own curriculum. And so what I teach all my clients how to do in their own businesses is how to take what you know how to do and package what you know into your own courses and programs and your own consulting programs. And because I built my system based on my own life and my own skills, I didn't need a certification to do that. All right. And you likely might not need a certification to do it. Although I am a fan of, I have a lot of clients that do get certifications, and I'm not against it at all. I just didn't need it in order for me to teach what I already was doing in my life. I just actually needed to package my know-how into my own courses and products. All right. So that's kind of the ABCs of me. As a result of growing my business, a couple really great ahas for me happened, over the years. I realized that trading time for dollars was not where it was at, that I could leverage what I knew and package what I knew and serve people all around the world. Especially today, it's never been an easier time using technology. That's what I love, right? That's what I love about technology, is whether we're talking about using webinars or teleseminars, or whether we're talking about, using any of these live stream platforms. Today, you have the opportunity to get in front of your audience in a much easier way than in the olden days. I will say olden days, 10 years ago, olden, not so, you know what I mean? But those days, you know what I mean, it was tough. Like, you had to figure out how you were going to get in front of your audience. And when I think about it now, and I think, man, I was able to build a business without Periscope, without Facebook Live, without Instagram Live. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And that's why I love teaching my clients today, because in the olden days, right, we did it without any of these things. And today it's so much easier to attract your ideal audience. And it's just flat true. As a result of growing my business, I will say that one of the greatest benefits to me has been that my husband and I are full-time entrepreneurs. My kids have never seen their mom or dad ever work a job. And that's a blessing. I think that when you build a business and you want to get free, you want to stay free. And we've been able to do that. We're relatively young, and our kids have never seen us work a job. We've been able to be there for them. And I know that that's what so many people want out here when they're thinking about building a business. You want to be free. I will say also, to me, one of the greatest perks personally is being able to give my kids a world-class education. And I just love the fact that we've invested over $740,000 in elementary, middle, and high school. And we've run a business that's allowed us to do exactly that. And I know that many people, that's like what you want. Like, you want a business that will allow you to sow into the things that matter to you. I'm into that. And running a great business the right way will allow you to do that. Or, I will say that when my husband developed time when my husband developed kidney disease over 8 years ago, I was able to be there for him in ways that you would want to be there, and if you built your business properly, I always say, if you build your well before you're thirsty, you can be there when your family needs you. And I saw that firsthand when Pat developed his kidney disease, and he was on dialysis 15 to 18 hours a week. And I will tell you that I loved that I could still be there for him and still monetize my business because I work from the comfort of my home. We always think that you need certification, right? I missed part of what you wrote there. So I just love that. And then Pat got a kidney transplant 3 years ago, and that was amazing. And I love the fact that we were able to hire for him a private physician so that he could get amazing care, right? I love the fact that as a result of him running us running our business, we were able to, be there. He was able to recover in a full way. And he didn't have to think about running off to work. And, and I know that I'm talking to those of you, maybe a family member, maybe it's impacted your home in some way where you had to make a decision to go back to work quicker than you needed to, right? You still needed more time, but because you had to be back because you needed income, you made a choice that maybe was not the highest and best choice for your family. To me, that's why I love being an entrepreneur. It's why I do what I get to do every day. I will say that one of the greatest blessings to me of being an entrepreneur is just having the freedom to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And there's nothing like that, okay? If you want to work, you can work. If you don't want to work, you don't have to work. Of course, as an entrepreneur, we are always working in some way or another, but the way you get to design your business around your life, there's nothing like it. And I love the control that comes with that. So if you want to work out in the middle of your day, you can. If you want to date your spouse in the middle of the day, you can. If you want to do something else in the middle of your day, you can. If you want to make sure you see your children, their plays or their events, you can. And to me, running a great business, that is what quality of life looks like. That's what I love. And I have to tell you, that's 100% why I love being an entrepreneur. Hey there, darling. Good to see you. All right. So that's kind of the ABCs of me. If you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do. Today, I'm going to be talking very simply about how to identify your ideal client. And this is something that I thought about tonight, and I was like, a lot of people will benefit from this. And maybe in this upcoming year, you want to make a shift in your demographics, and that working with the right people, getting directly in front of them, could be a game changer in your business. And maybe you're looking at your client base right now, and there's more, right? There's more. That there's a higher level of service, a higher level of products that you want to offer, and you want to find the people who really desire those things, right? And I would say that as entrepreneurs, if we had the opportunity to have as many clients as we could handle, as many clients as we could stand, and they were our ideal client, we would keep our doors open. The issue for most people isn't that you have too many customers. Most often is that you have too little clients, or too few clients, or you have the wrong clients, right? And so if that's you, you're going to love what I'm going to talk about tonight. So I've got 10 reasons, 10 factors, 10 strategies that are going to support you in identifying how to make that shift to find your ideal client. Are you guys ready? And if you haven't shared yet on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do, because we know other people will really love this scope. There is no replay. All right. So the first thing that you've got to do when you want to work with your ideal client is number one, thank you so much for sharing, is number one, you need to know who you are. Okay. You need to know what your business is and what you do best. And this is one of those things where so often with entrepreneurs, they are confused about who they are and what they do best. All right. What they do best. All right. So I want you to think for a minute, just think about your business. And I want you to think for a minute, like when you think about the results and the transformation that you provide, what are those results? And start calling those results out in a really concrete way. Really get clear around the deliverables. Your deliverables are your results. Your deliverables are the things that that if today I decided to work with you, that you could create for me. Like, immediately, whether we're talking about in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. What are those results? Because if you want to work with your ideal client, the thing to remember is that people hire you because you solve a problem. And the more clear you are about the problems that you solve, that's the results you provide, the transformation that people experience as a result of working with you, you're going to be in a better position to attract your ideal audience, right? You're going to be able to talk to them. You're going to be able to talk about the things that you do, the results that you provide. And people who are looking for that are going to be able to say, you know what? You're for me. All right. Does that make sense? All right. So the first thing you need to know is, who are you? You want to know, what are the results you provide? What's the transformation that you bring to the table? The second thing that is equally important is to understand your own brand story. And I think a lot of people don't know this. And so that's sort of like who you are, what you do, and who you serve, right? And so a lot of times, if you're not crystal clear about who you are, okay, then your brand story sometimes does not tell the story. Then everybody's confused about what you're bringing to the table because you're confused. So getting clear about what your brand story is, one of the things that I like to do is, you guys all remember when we were in school, people used to always say show and tell. And I actually say it's tell and show. First, my job is to tell you who I am. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. And then, and I support clients with both life and business success. And then my job is to show you how I do that. And when I do that effectively, right, the most effectively, then my ideal client is able to say, wow, you did that? You supported over 100 clients with writing best-selling books? Really? Oh my goodness. And more than half of them are #1 bestsellers? Or if I do that and I actually show, the copies of the book, then that client's able to say, wow, you are for me. So my question is, are you telling the full story? If I wanted to work with you, do I know the results you provide? Do I know the transformation you provide? Do you know what you're providing as well? All right. I'm just asking. All right. Number 3, the third thing that I learned was equally important and changed everything for me in my business is that you have to be polarizing. Literally, you need to be polarizing in your business. So what I mean by that is, a lot of times when we're in business, we're too neutral, right? So let's just say that maybe you don't want to show people what you do. Like, you feel like it's being a little bit braggadocious and you're a little uncomfortable with taking a stand for the things that you do exceptionally well, the results that you provide. Maybe you're uncomfortable sharing your brand story. Or maybe you are uncomfortable sharing, like on these public platforms on Facebook or Facebook Live or Periscope or Instagram Live. Maybe you are struggling with sharing the truth with your audience. That means that you've used these platforms to be real neutral, right? So if I listen to you talk about anything, it's pretty much you take the safe route, even though your audience might need to hear the truth, even though that, sometimes that tough love is sometimes the best love. In order for people to make a shift or a change or whatever it is that they need, maybe it's that you need to show up 100%. If you think about people that we really love, if you think about your most popular celebrities, they're usually pretty polarizing. You're either for them or you're not for them. And one of the greatest things in marketing is to take your side, right? Like, to take your stand and for people to know what you stand for. And if you're looking to attract your target audience, that's really going to be really important for you to take a stand and say 100% the things that you're for and the things that you're against. Does this make sense? Is this making sense? Number 4, you also need to be authentic. And particularly if you're using these live stream platforms, I think there's so much, like when you're using live stream, authenticity is very important because it's like having a conversation with someone. It's different than video. Video can be edited to create the very perfect moment, the very perfect soundbite. But when we're talking about live stream, we're talking about interacting. People can ask you almost anything on live stream related to what you do. So it's very important to talk about what you know about. And if you talk about the things that you know about, the people out there that are looking to work with you, you know what? They're going to be able to say, you are for me, right? And they're going to be able to connect with you. That's why I love live stream. Live stream is like, to me, one of the best platforms that's like, I love it. Like, it's just the most amazing thing that's happened in the last 3 years. I love it, love, love, love it. And even though Google Hangout had been around for a lot longer than that, the fact of the matter is, in the last 2.5 years, there's been so much competition in that live stream world, and it's just gotten better and better and better. And I will tell you, if you want to attract your ideal audience, you've got to be authentic. That means you need to be 100% who you are and share your gifts with the world, right? Number 5, all right? You need to sell up and not down if you want to attract your ideal audience. And I'm going to break that down for you. They want the best of you. They want your ideal clients. Don't want your freebie. Okay, your ideal clients don't want $150 solution. Your ideal clients, they want the results that you provide, and they want the highest level of service from you. I'm telling you, this is flat true. They want the results that they know you can create. Your ideal client. Now, your less than ideal clients, they're going to be testing you out. They're going to be trying to figure out if you're for them or not. But we're talking tonight about working with your ideal clients. And I will tell you that if you want to work with your ideal clients, one of the very first things that you need to do is you need to sell up and not down. That means you need to have premium offers that your ideal audience wants from you. That means that those premium offers contain the solution, the results, and the transformation that that audience wants. All right. And the challenge is, and I see this all the time, it breaks my heart. People are selling things that are not the real solution that somebody really needs from you. And you're trying to figure out, man, maybe you sold like 20 of something that was $250, and it's no money at the end of the day, right? Like, you look at it, your life isn't any better. Then you're working with a client that really is not an investor in themselves. And as a result of that, they didn't win and you didn't win, and nobody's getting what they need. Imagine this. Imagine if instead you had a premium product and you were selling that product for 10 grand and you had 10 clients. Well, you made 6 figures that year. Great from that product. But also what's awesome is that you've been able to create some real results. And also you've got people who are highly vested in their own results and getting their own results and getting transformation. So you're going to get a better client when you're working with people who are buying your higher end program. So sell up and not down. Is this making sense? Are you guys following me on this? Really, really, really important. I'm telling you this. And somehow, so many people think that it's easier to sell the $50 thing, $97 thing, the $100 thing, right? But the fact of the matter is, it's much easier. Awesome. It's much easier. Is that Kim? It's much easier to sell the premium packages because you're going to get a better client. They're going to do things that you're asking them to do. They're going to create results. Because they create results, there's going to be so many other people that are going to be blessed because they're going to see that you created results for someone. Whereas if you sell down, you have a down sell, and you sell these things that are $50 and $100, those people are likely not going to create the result. And they're not going to give you testimonials in your business. And they're not even necessarily even going to realize all that they have, right? You know your target audience. Don't sell yourself short. Absolutely. Number 6, okay? Number 6, I got to see what I wrote here. Understand where you fit in your industry. And what you bring to the table. So, I'm not a big fan on, thinking about competitors or anything like that. But the truth of the matter is, we all have in our industry other people who are already out there delivering products and services. Know where you fit. Know, what's your differential? That's what I always think about. There may be other mom coaches out there, but my question is, what makes me different? And what do I bring to the table? That's different than what other people bring to the table. And I'm going to talk directly to people who are looking for that differential. What makes you scarce makes you valuable. And maybe in the past, you've been focusing primarily on trying to be like everybody else, okay? And that is not the way to work with your ideal clients. The deal is show up as yourself. Be 100% who you are, all right? And understand that what makes you different is what makes you valuable. You don't need to Google search what you're supposed to do, what somebody else is doing, to figure out what you're supposed to do, all right? You are going to stand on your gifts and your talent and your background and your education, and you're going to leverage those things, package those things so that you can get directly in front of your audience. Does that make sense? Okay. And then number 7, you need to work on your mindset every single day. This is something that I do all the time. I work on my mindset, and the reason that I work on my mindset is because if you're talking about working with your ideal client, the fact of the matter is, in order for you to work with your ideal client, you have got to have the mindset for that. Imagine if you've only been selling yourself short. You've only been selling things for, $500, $1,000, or whatever. Okay, some low ticket, and now you want to work with your ideal client. Well, you also have to prepare your mind for that, right? Like, you want to make sure that you can see big for you, because if you think big, you'll ask for big. But if you think small, guess what? You will ask for small. You'll even take a big opportunity and turn it into something that's small. And a lot of times people never think about this. Your mindset really dictates every single thing that is already in your world. Everything that you've attracted so far is a direct function of what you think, all right? And that might make you happy, but that also might make you say right now, I need to do some work. And I do recommend that you work on your mindset often. I love to read. That's what I like to do. But I also like to look at just different clips or videos, things that feed my thought leadership so that I can grow, right? So if I'm not growing, then I'm dying. That's what I think about. So I'm always looking to grow who I am. And if your goal is to work with your ideal client, then you need to be thinking about how can you grow into the person that can be very attractive to that ideal client. Number 8, talk only to your ideal client when you're marketing, okay? I learned this the hard way. A healthy mindset is key. Absolutely. 100%. Number 8, talk only to your ideal clients when you are marketing. All right. Really important. So a lot of times when people are marketing, whether we're talking about on your websites, for your programs, any of the copy you have, any of the videos you have, any of the live streams you're doing, any of your blogs, anything that you're using, that a lot of times people are only talking to the people at the lowest level of investment for their site. So they're trying to attract everyone. What I'm recommending that you do to work with your ideal client is make sure that your marketing is specifically talking to your ideal client. Because what you're going to find is that there's going to be a demographic that's going to rise to that, right? They're going to want to be that ideal client, and they're going to rise, okay? And so they're going to totally be attracted to what you're talking about. But here's the deal. If you talk only to your client that's like not a great investor in themselves, hey there, that's not a great investor in themselves, then what's going to happen is that client that's looking for the higher level of service, when they hear what you're writing, it's not going to connect with them because you're not talking to them. You're talking to the lowest, the lowest client that you could potentially work with. So, hey there, darling. I'm breaking this all the way down, Colleen. They're a little quiet tonight. They're a couple hearts. But I'm breaking down tonight how to work with your ideal client. Let me just quickly recap for you. Number 1, the first thing that you need to do is you need to know who you are. You need to know what your business is and what you do. Okay, like what you do well, the transformation you provide, the results that you provide. Number 2, you need to share your brand story. You need to share your brand story, and that means you need to tell and show. All right, and that's important. Tell people who you are, what you do, who you serve, and then show them where you've done it, whether you've created those results for yourself, and then also how you've duplicated those results with other people. Really important. Number 3, you need to be polarizing and not generic. Like, sometimes people can be so neutral, okay, about what they're bringing to the table, that the people you're meant to serve, they don't know you're for them. If we're talking about attracting your ideal audience, then you need to call them out. All right. They're waiting for you to do that. Number 4, you need to be authentic. We're talking about using live stream videos. Today, it's never been easier. Any social shares that you're using, you got to be 100% who you are. People are going to be attracted to you because of who you are and how you show up. And live stream, people get to connect with you in a different kind of way. I love it. Number 5, you need to sell up and not down. And this is for those of you who have, you may have a couple of offers that, you maybe have a premium offer, you got a mid-tier offer, you've got a lower offer, lower end offer. And the fact of the matter is you're selling only the lower end offer. I know I called you out. I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to tell you, you need to be selling up, okay? You need to sell that premium package. That needs to be your primary focus this upcoming year. That will change everything for you. Number 6. All right, number 6. You need to understand where you fit in your industry, okay? And what you bring to the table. And I think sometimes people kind of undervalue what they're bringing to the table. Did I just call you out? I'm so sorry, Chef Evelyn. All right. But it's really true. You need to know what you're bringing to the table. I'm not a big fan of Google searching what other people are doing to figure out what I'm supposed to do. But you do need to be aware of, other people in your industry doing things that are similar to what you're doing. And then ask yourself, what makes me different? What's my differential? That's what I always ask myself. And then I know that my audience is they're looking for me, right? Your audience, they're looking for you. All right. Number 7, you need to work on your mindset every single day. Because if we're talking about working with your ideal clients, you can't show up in a way that you're not growing, right? You need to always be working on who you are. And then number 8, when you're doing your marketing, I want you only to talk to your ideal client when you market. Okay, so talk only to your ideal clients when you're marketing instead of talking to everyone. No, talk only to your ideal clients. And you really have 3 tiers of clients. You have people who are your ideal clients who invest at the highest level. Then you have your mid-tier clients that want to be an ideal client one day. And then you have people that are kind of thinking about working with you, and maybe they're ready or maybe they're not, that kind of thing. And a lot of times in our marketing, we will talk to that lower tier because, it doesn't stretch us. It doesn't scare us. It's an easy conversation. And we figure that it's a lot easier to sell something that's a lower ticket item than a higher ticket item. And it just really isn't true. It's a lot easier to sell your bigger ticket programs to people who are ready, who are investors in themselves. I hope you guys are hearing me on this. And then number 9, okay, back to this, be original, okay? And so I know that I mentioned authenticity a minute ago, but the fact of the matter is, be original. Okay, your ideal client, they're looking for something fresh. They're looking for something new. They're looking for you. Okay, being 100% who you are. My clients like me because I'm me. Okay, I'm not a watered down version of someone else. And you don't need to be a watered down version of anyone else either. And I want to say that, and I call that creative duplication. There are people out here who see that people create success being themselves, and then they decide, that's it, that's the ticket, I need to do that. You don't need to do that. You need to just be who you are. You need to be who you are, okay? And then number 10, okay? Number 10, you need you need a system. Right, well, let me see. I'm trying to read my handwriting here. You need a system. Oh, here it is. I got it. You need a system to screen your client. Oh, this is so key. All right. I know. Let me just show you what it looks like, right? Look, it's not really neatly written. Okay, so you need a system to screen your clients, okay? You need a system to screen your clients. You need a system to screen your clients, right? You need a system. And what I mean by that is that the moment that I decided that my doors are not just open for any single person to work with me at all levels of investment, it's just not true. At a higher level, I want to work with the right people. And so I have a process where I interview my clients to make sure they're the right fit for me. And it has really worked for me. And I highly recommend it to all of my clients. And so if you don't have a process that you use to screen your clients, right? System to screen your clients, absolutely, right? If you don't have a system currently to screen your clients, I'm going to tell you that what's happening is, you end up with time wasters. You end up with people in your business that maybe they don't fit the archetype of client that you need to work with. Tonight we're talking only about working with your ideal client. And so I screen all of my clients. So I know that my clients are going to get along with one another because I interview them all at certain levels to make sure that they're fit in my community, that I know I can create a result for them, or I'm not gonna take their money. And I want to say this to those of you out here who you haven't set your businesses up like that yet. And anyone that says, I want to buy this product, you say, okay, you can. There's something really amazing about being selective about who you're going to work with, right? Because we're talking about working with your ideal client. You create a better community, you get a better client, you get better results. You know what I mean? Your clients usually are going to be a lot more teachable and coachable if you are a coach, okay? And there's something really magical about that, right? You need a system, right? And whereas a lot of people have their products, they have it sort of like a cattle call. They say, my doors are open, anybody can come in. But I want you to think about, some of your favorite companies, right? Like some of your favorite places that you love to go that are exclusive. And doesn't that make you feel great to be a part of something that's like, you know what I mean? That you have to work a little harder to get in. Just think about it for a minute, right? Think about something that you had to work a little harder at just to qualify to get in, right? It felt a little bit better for you, okay? And so think about in your own business, what can you do to have a screening process to ensure that the people you're working with this upcoming year, your ideal clients, will get the results that you can provide them. To me, that's the only reason to work with a client. That's what I wanted to share today. Did this support you guys? I hope this supported you guys. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. How to work with your ideal clients. Everything that I've shared with you is what I do 100% in my own business. Did the audio stay clear? Because I know Kim was saying that the audio wasn't good. Okay, was the audio? Thank you so much. Did the audio clean up? Right? Did the audio clean up? I don't know. Hopefully so. Yes, thank you. So helpful. It was clear for me. Thank you, Mia. I paused my movie and yes, clear. It was good. It was good. All right. It was good. I'm trying to read. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. It cleared up, Kim? Okay. All right. So, yesterday was it yesterday or the day before on Periscope? The screen just went black. And I was talking, and I don't even understand why. So, it's technology. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And I have done Periscopes before where, like, the audio didn't match, the actual, what I was teaching in that moment. Are there any other questions or any comments? What was one aha that you got as a result of being here today? Mia Redrick, I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the mom strategist. Mia Redrick, the mom strategist. I didn't do a gym scope this morning, right? You want to recap? Okay, let me grab them and put them in order. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Do you recognize, wait a minute, you have to write that again. Only speak to your ideal clients. Awesome. You have to write that again. You want me to recap 1 through 5. Number 1 is know who you are, what your business is, and what you do best, the results and transformation you bring to the table. Number 2 is share your brand story. Remember, I teach tell and show. Number 3 is be polarizing, not a watered down message, right? Number 4, be authentic. Show up as yourself, be who you are. Number 5, sell up, not down, okay? Technology is great until it doesn't cooperate. Yeah, whoever wrote that, that's so true, right? And it's just the reality when you're using these platforms. You need to sell your higher ticket item. It's easier than selling the lower ticket. When I tell you you can take that to the bank, it is flat true. The same energy and time it's taking you to run your business, you could to run your business and sell those low end programs, sell the higher end stuff, right? And it's going to make a bigger difference for you in your world. You're going to be able to support your clients at a higher level, also a much higher level. So those were the top 5 things. Number 6 is understand where you fit in your industry and what you bring to the table. Number 7 is work on your mindset daily. Number 8 is talk only to your ideal clients when you are marketing. Number 9 is be original. And number 10 is you need a system to screen your client. You need a system to decide whether or not the people that are coming to you are the right people and that you want to work with. And I will tell you that's really flat true if you want to change your business, okay? Okay, yes. Are there any other comments, any other questions? I know that there are like these bots on here. Sometimes the comments that I'm putting here, they're being duplicated. Does your ideal client recognize when your prices are too low for the transformation? Yes, they do, right? So who wrote that? I can't see it. So your ideal clients do know that. And what they're thinking is, think about it this way. Imagine you wanted to buy, like, hey, Rochelle, imagine, Rochelle, that you wanted to buy a Mercedes, like the top of the line Mercedes, 80 grand, 85 grand, right? Fully loaded with everything you wanted. And you walk into the Mercedes dealership, you know that Mercedes that you want, and you know all the features you want, and then they tell you you can have that Mercedes for $10,000. Now, it's the best deal ever. But what you're really thinking is, what's wrong with it, right? Like, why would they sell me this car that's 85 grand for $10,000? And even though you might say yes, you still are wondering what's wrong with it. And that's exactly what happens when you don't sell your premium products and services. And I will tell you that people, a lot of times even that people who want a higher level of service, they want a different level of service from you. So they might not want to buy something that's $250 because they're shopping around and looking for the exact same thing, right? And if they've come upon you and they like what you're bringing to the table, and they've also looked at some other people that are selling the same thing that you're selling, they're probably trying to figure out why you're so low, right? And that maybe you're not that good. And I'm just saying that people do associate quality and price. You know what I mean? Quality and price, they go together. And think about it for yourself, right? There's something, we all feel good about making investments at a high level in things that we believe are backed up with great service, you know what I mean, that are unique and distinctive, that are scarce, I'm just saying, think about it, all right? And, you're not serving the world by having the lowest prices. I mean, you need to have prices that allow you to stay in business. You need to have prices that allow you to provide abundance to your clients. And I was telling my clients recently, I hosted my retreat about 3 weekends ago. And I said, and they all had a really great time. And I was able to love on my clients and, really, serve them at a high level. Why? Because you can't serve your clients at a high level if you aren't whole. Okay, let's be clear about this. And I think a lot of people, they don't think about it. But if you're not whole, you're not going to be able to give your clients what they deserve. And that's a disservice, in my opinion. I believe that if you're delivering great and amazing results to people, you should be properly compensated for that. And I think that when you are properly compensated for that, you're going to love what you do and you're going to do it better. Okay. I know so many people who have come to me with businesses where they were serving tons of people and they weren't making any money. They were struggling the whole time. And you know what? They were frustrated as it related to their business. They didn't like their businesses. They just felt like it's not working. the clients were getting on their nerves, right? They were working with the wrong people. When you're properly compensated in your business, you don't think like that. You love what you're doing. It's a joy to do what you're doing because you're properly compensated for it. I just wanted to break that down. I hope that supported somebody out there that maybe has had some conflict about, asking for your worth, standing in your value. It's essential. It's very important. Are there any other questions or comments? Okay. So, okay, I've had an amazing time being here today. I want to tell you guys that was so funny. You guys might, always have a personal story, but this is what I'm going through right now. So I'm working out with my trainer, and she's kind of taking it up. Like, I don't know if it's 2.0 or 2.5 or 3.5 or 3.3, but in the evenings, I'm like done, right? And I remember in January through March of this year, it was the same thing. I was working out with her, and it was so tough. Colleen's so tough. And that literally today, I'm having some work done in my house, and I had to go downstairs to see it, and I had to walk down the steps sideways. I'm like, are we serious? You remember this, right? January through March. Now, understand that I do like to work out hard. It is really true. Okay. But at the point that I want to go to bed at like 7 o'clock, you know what I mean? Cause I'm a night owl. It's really taxing me right now. I'm not sure how long this is going to happen, but we're having a good time. I'm enjoying working out with her, but she's definitely pushing me to my limits. And so like right now, I feel like it's like 2 a.m. Okay. I feel like it's like 2 a.m. Okay. Yes, great results. Totally. I love her, and she's amazing, and I'm getting stronger. But yesterday's workout was just something. And I told my husband today, I said, okay, so my ribs hurt. And it's not really my ribs. It's like, but my stomach hurts if I lean forward. It hurts if I lean to the side, any side. If I walk down the steps, if I walk forward, my legs hurt, and then I did the bike today. I got on the bike today, just did 7 miles on the bike. And then I'm like, and then my bottom's sore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a day. That's what's going on with me. So usually when we go through these moments, it'll probably take me about 4 to 6 weeks to just adjust to what we've got going on, because that's what it took last time. And I think maybe coming off of the retreat, because I didn't work out the week of the retreat and the week after the retreat, and now I'm back, in it, and I'm telling you, it's just like, ooh, it's been a lot. Okay. You like that giggle? Yes. But I'm just trying to be honest with you guys, because I'm really struggling, right? Yeah. And good. Okay. I'll do that. So I just did 7 miles. That was it. That's all I could do, Colleen. But that's like nothing normally. You know what I'm saying? Like, to do 7 miles on the bike, it's not really a lot, but this is my plight. Okay. So I always like to be 100% about it, because I am a night owl, except right now I'm feeling like people who are not night owls, right? What they must feel like, you know what I mean? Working out with Sue. So anyway, are there any final questions or comments? Anything I can support you guys with? Nothing for a triathlete. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I could do that right now, but yes, but that was a fun time. It's the discipline that comes along with preparing for those kind of races. It's a mental discipline. Like, once you make up your mind, you're going to do it, and you got to do it. That's what's really cool about endurance races, is that you realize that anything that you want to do, it doesn't matter if it's something physical or something in your business or something you want to ask for or reach for, it's all available to you if you believe it is. Okay. And I literally watched it. I mean, I had a team of women who none of them could swim except for one. She could swim a little bit, and every single one of them, that first year we did our triathlon, completed that race. We did 3 triathlons, and the fact of the matter is, it's a mental game. It's a game of stamina, mental stamina, and endurance and belief. That's what it is. And even though you're doing something physical, you make that decision in your mind that you're going to finish it. That's why you finish it. And that's truth. That's that's true for anything. That should be on my vision board for this year, an endurance activity, a half marathon. Awesome. Yes. You know what? You should do it. I love the Iron Girl races. They're really great. They're well run. And they're so inspiring to do as well. I just love them. So check out the Iron Girl. I think that's it. Two separate words, Iron Girl. And just really, really awesome. And I have enjoyed it. I've never done a marathon or a half marathon. And I thought about doing it one time. But then after I broke my toes, I run kind of wonky a little bit. So I never thought about running like that again. But I will likely do another endurance something, I'm sure. And next year is the big year for me, for my birthday year. So I'm thinking, like, what might I want to do? I don't even know what that might look like. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for your time tonight. I appreciate you for being here. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, right? Y'all guns, right? All about it. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support clients with life and business success because you need them both. Okay, yes, you do. All right. And actually, your life informs your business. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or on Facebook. Mia Redrick, the mom strategist. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great and amazing night. I love you guys. Bye.